Hello viewers, this is not a movie story. This is a real cold-blooded murder took place in South India, in the state of Tamil Nadu. Let me tell you something, if you are a weak-hearted person, please don't watch this video. Others, please watch this video till the end and talk about this to your friends and everyone you know, because this may happen tomorrow to me or you or your family. We all remember what happened to George Floyd a few days back in America. This incident happened in India, and it is 100 times more disturbing and brutal cold-blooded murder. A father-son duo was taken into police custody, stripped naked in front of each other, brutally tortured, anal torn using heavy wooden rod, and both left bleed to die in front of each other in the police lockup. Are you wondering what crime they committed for such a brutal punishment? They were not terrorists, not child rapers, didn't do corruption, but the crime they did was closing their shop 10 minutes late. Can you believe that? Can you imagine such a brutality? Let's see what happened in detail. Jairaj was a 59-year-old man who had a wooden shop, and his son Benix, a 32-year-old man, who was running a mobile phone shop nearby. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, the government has ordered all shops to be closed within 8 p.m. every day. On June 20th, police went for a routine rounds at 8:10 p.m., and found some of the shops were still open after 10 minutes of allowed time. The police asked Jairaj to shut his shop immediately, and he replied that there are multiple shops opened at that time, why they are asking only him to close the shop. Also he replied that it's only 10 minutes past the time, he will close it in few minutes. The police got angry and they dragged him to the police station. His son Benix came to know about his father's arrest and he rushed to the police station with a lawyer. In the police station, Jairaj was found beating by the police. Benix was shocked to see that and tried to stop the police from beating his father, and he said that there was no need to beat him like that since it was only a small issue. The police replied, "How dare you teach us law," and started beating Benix also in front of their lawyer. Benix's both knees were hit brutally with wooden rod, and then he was forced to stand against the wall and his back was beaten up brutally. The lawyer warned the police, "What they doing is against the law." Police immediately pushed the lawyer out of the station and locked the station and they continued their brutality. After few hours, they opened the station again, and when the lawyer and their relatives rushed inside, they saw Jairaj and Benix lying inside the lockup naked, with blood all over the lockup. The police drove them away, told the lawyer and their relatives that they are going to produce them in court the next day. Benix's house was only 500 meters from the police station and they heard the scream of Benix and Jairaj throughout the night. Also the villagers confirmed, they too heard the scream. Next morning, police took Benix and Jairaj to the terrace and torn their anal with wooden rod in front of each other. Both the father-son duo screamed loudly for help and the whole village heard that. The police then asked their relatives to take them to the magistrate in their vehicle, since they were bleeding heavily and it will create stains in the police vehicle. Their relatives took them in their vehicle, and on the way to the magistrate, they were forced to change the clothes of the victims thrice, since the bleeding didn't stop. They were then transferred to jail and the next day, their family was informed that Benix died due to heart attack inside the jail. Within 3 hours they were informed that Jairaj also died due to fever. The family and relatives were shocked to hear this and all the villagers gathered in front of police station and started protesting. One of Benix's friends confirmed that, one among the 4 police officers involved in that brutality has personal vengeance against Benix since he refused to give him a mobile phone in EMI, since police officers never pay EMI. So they were waiting for a chance to teach him a lesson and they used this as an opportunity. Benix has 3 sisters. He was supposed to get married next month. With the brutal murder of Jairaj and Benix, their family not only lost their beloved ones, but also their source of income as all others are unemployed. When police hand over their bodies to their family, Benix's elder sister confirmed that their front and back was severely injured, including their private parts. Benix had lots of hairs around his chest, but the body didn't have any hairs, indicating that he was tortured by plucking each and every hair. Benix's sister also confirmed that the family begged the police officers to leave them after hearing their loud scream throughout night, but none of them listened. This is not the first time police brutality happening in this state. 2 years back, 13 people were shot dead in the same town, who were protesting against a cancer-causing factory. Among those who were shot dead, it includes old aged people and teenage girls. And 2 years back, in the same state, a pregnant lady was kicked to death by a police officer for not stopping at red light. And for all these brutal murders, the state government is backing the police officers and none of them were punished. Even for the death of Benix and Jairaj, the reason stated by the government was heart attack and fever. The central government has the power to dissolve the state government and impose presidential rule when law and order goes out of control in any state, but they are watching everything silently without any action due to political reasons. I don't know how many of you are watching this video, but I request you to share this with everyone you know, so that the police brutality will come to an end. If the same happened in America, it could have been talked worldwide, but since this happened in a small town in South India, this brutality is not having much visibility outside and these police officers are easily escaping with the help of state government. So I beg you again to share this with everyone, talk about this in social media, so that this will get worldwide attention and the murderers will be punished. We cannot give back the father and son back to the family. But at least we can make sure that such brutality will never happen. For that, the murders should be given death penalty. We all should make this happen. Thank you all.